to London. If you find time, we can run one. Talk about some things we can. I see her somewhere in London. Girl, please.
So dumb. It is so dumb. I'm so happy we're done with London games for the year. I'm absolutely not going to find a German one. Not doing it. Sorry.
That's what I was about to say. I know that's not the end of the international series. I think it's one in Munich or whatever, Germany. And I don't know. Is there any like Brazilian or anything? I know that first game, that Friday night game with the Eagles and the Packers, that was in what was that at? It was some type of South American. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not doing German because it's going to be. I'm like, we're not doing that. Sorry. Yeah. So, welcome to football. It's Friday. Do not adjust your TV sets? Sure.
Yes.
Whatever. I am Rich. That is Jermaine. We are here today because I got things to do tomorrow, so I won't be around. So, definitely not going to skip the show because we like y'all. Kind of. Yeah. So, we're going to just put this out here now. So I canceled cable.
Cancel?
Well, I went down to basic.
Okay.
My bill is now doubled.
I thought that, like, soon as you, I don't know, maybe mine's was different, but because I got like kind of like a what is it called?
Severance.
A severance, yeah. Like my cable and stuff, yeah, it lasted for I want to say like the entire time of my severance. Yeah, I didn't have to like cut off immediately. It was like until my severance ran out, which was like about 6 months, because left said job at like December of 19. I want to say like May of 2020. May of 2020 is when the severance ran out, and I had to pick a normal package.
Yeah.
Yours is immediate, huh? It was like boom.
yeah, and I'm like, all right, whatever. It was like the Wednesday after I left, so that's fine. I it's whatever. But now I'm paying for Red Zone.
That's all. I mean, I'm employed. You do the same thing. This is pretty much what I do. I'm internet only, and then come football season, like last week in August, I get whatever's needed to get NFL Network and Red Zone. Bare minimum, even though that's like $70-$80 a month just by itself, just to get those channels. And I've run them until the season's over, and then
you don't have to do that, right? Like if you just get NFL Plus, that's what I did. It's $15, and it's NFL Network and Red Zone.
Yeah, NFL Plus. Yeah. I'm going to cut them off then.
Yeah.
I mean, like, yeah, that's what I'm going to have to do. Because I don't watch, I don't need anything but those channels. I don't.
She wanted the locals for, I mean, you're going to need locals, but you could theoretically just go get an antenna. And
okay. So you get Red Zone and you get, you don't get the games that are on like CBS or NBC or.
No, I mean, no, because I have basic. So I have I have the locals.
Okay. So what, Monday night games, you can't get them? Because I mean, ESPN.
She has a Hulu subscription that has ESPN on it.
Oh, so. ESPN Plus. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So, with all that being said, if you'd be so kind, or you'd like to help us out or help me pay for my bills, Patreon is right down below. You definitely won't
Mhm.
help pay the bills. You'll actually contribute to the show, which is always helpful. We've been banging this drum for a while. Get in there, get it added to it. It's $5. You get to ask us all the questions, me, Jermaine, and Babs. Whatever you want, unlimited. Get to know us, ask us silly things, whatever you want to do. It's kind of a free for all. So, anywho,
Are we worth your friendship?
I mean, right? Like
well,
I feel like the work
am
you
I?
put in and the hours we do is worth a cup of coffee, right? So, oops. Here's what we're looking at here. We're going to cover some of the news. Now, it's not going to be as much news because it's, not Saturday, and that's where a lot of stuff usually comes out and all that. But
Mhm.
since we last talked, the Bucks are playing the game of super running back by committee. Who looks good on the previous drive, they'll go. That completely handcuffs the whole running back room. I don't
Yeah.
know what you do with that.
Yeah.
I can't even
I
say
burned
stay
my
away from it.
waiver on it. I burned my waiver on the new kid, the
Sean Tucker.
Tuck. Yeah, and it's a ridiculous mistake. When the more people you employ, the worse it gets for everybody. It's like
Mhm.
either you need one or two. I mean, either you got two backs that maybe competing. Rashad White was already falling off, and Bucky Irvin was taking more snaps. Then you add in the
Right.
third factor. It's just like, what? It's almost like you got two people arguing, and then you add in somebody that just likes to argue, and they don't care who they argue with, and now you got one big argument. And it's just like it solves
Yeah.
nothing. Solves nothing. I mean,
Yeah. And the worst thing is it feels like it's gonna be like a drive to drive type of thing. And then the next week it resets. And it's like,
well, I just hope that one of them, emerges, the top person, and then I hope the pecking order, instead of it being 1A, 1B, and 1C, I hope it gets more to a 1, 2, 3. I mean, like somebody establishes themselves as number one, and then the other person spells them, and then the third person sitting there in case an injury happened. Or can always go for an injury. Somebody go down, please. Less complicated.
I mean, I get it.
We'll start with a
Neighbor.
Thursday game. What you think of?
Oh, we're gonna do that first? Okay.
Yeah, it's disgusting. But
I was trying to
hey.
I was hoping you forgot it happened.
I mean, we gotta. I mean, no matter how bad, my player, Kamara, no matter how bad he performed, I mean, the game happened. Looks like that.
I didn't see that coming at all. I didn't see that bad of a performance. I didn't think he was gonna blow the wheels off the truck, but dude,
I didn't think he was gonna have a monster performance.
He doesn't even have a license right now. Like that's kind of where we're at with it. Like, what do you do? Like,
yeah.
For as much trouble as he was in all game, Rattler, as rattled as he was, like, how did you just not dump?
Yeah. I mean, I knew it wasn't going to be a monster performance because all the Saints were gone. And, we talked about it on the last football show. You were saying that people think that, oh, you want more or less, the less people that play, the better it is. No, because once they find out you only have one weapon, all they got to do is key in on that one weapon. The entire stadium, the entire NFL, the entire world that was watching knew that Kamara was all they had. But at the same time, you got to have some other eligibles to keep the heat off of him. And to complicate things even worse, the Saints were playing around with musical backs as well. They kept bringing in Kendre Miller, dude. They kept bringing in Williams. It's like, okay, it's already bad enough Kamara's not getting no production. And then y'all want to play this, flip-floppy running back type thing? I'm like, what is y'all doing? And they were getting blown out. I mean, the score is nowhere indicative of how terrible it really was and how dominant Denver really was. Man, and I don't know. I know I said on the last football show that, maybe I was wrong about Denver's defense. I guess I've retracted. Denver's defense is pretty good even without,
Yeah.
Surtain. I mean, imagine Surtain was there. Like,
And
what would happen?
I didn't even know he was out until like they mentioned. I was like, oh God, they did that without him. Jesus.
Denver's defense performed like a quarterback. So those of you that play fantasy and got defenses, 20 points.
21 points for me. Yep.
Yep. That was excellent. When that guy took that touchdown back, I was like, whew, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was rough.
Yeah, other than that, it's terrible. I mean, Jamal, what's his name? Williams kind of reemerged a little bit to show that.
Javonte. Yeah.
Javonte. I said Jamal. Yeah.
I mean, there is Jamal Williams on the other side, so I mean, I get it.
Yeah. But yeah, he reemerged a little bit. I mean,
yeah, but I also wouldn't read into it.
Yeah, I wouldn't get excited. Like I wouldn't. Yeah. It's not like I'm gonna go out and trade for him. It's like I want him or something. Just like, okay.
It's something to keep your eye on, but I wouldn't believe too much into it. Sutton got a target, by the way.
Who?
Sutton. He had a target.
I don't recall him throwing it to him at all. When? I must have missed that one.
He had a target.
I didn't even see the target. I didn't. He was too busy going to Franklin, the Vele kid. He wasn't really going to Little George Humphrey.
Cedric Wilson had a nice little day.
Yeah, from the Saints. I didn't even know he was even playing for the Saints. He probably didn't. I'm about to say he probably didn't know either until all those injuries. I mean, man, they got decimated by injuries. Like, how does every one of your receivers go out?
Yeah, it was a real gross game to watch. It was no fun.
Yeah,
exactly what I said it was going to be. Just an abortion, just done. I don't get it.
Well, you could have totally ignored it, but you chose to add some skin in the game, so you had to watch.
Yeah. I put in Johnson in there in the tight end slot and did a little bit of something, not much, but from my two options. Okay.
Okay. Who else did you have that you could have put in the Vidal from the Chargers, and who else?
That may have been it. Let me see. All right. So Vidal, I'm holding on Zay Jones because I don't know what my honky is dealing with. I mean, he has a hip, came in late the week. He is my best option for a pivot, so I can wait all the way to game time to make that decision, so I don't have to
Yeah, that's great that you got two players in that same game, so you don't have to I missed my time if you hold out for Monday night. You pivot to either one.
Yeah. I mean, I grabbed Odell just to stash him. Just to see what it looks like when Tua's back.
When Tua comes back, yeah.
He
might be like the de facto tight end or something. I mean, like when Tua comes back, because Miami don't really got a tight end. I mean, they got Jonnu Smith, but he doesn't really. I mean, if Tua comes back and Waddle and he'll get going, yeah. I mean, he could. Odell's more like that in the middle kind of possession guy, almost act like a tight end. So you never know.
Tim Patrick, I'm never a fan of playing two wideouts on the same team unless it's unless it's the 1 and the 2. Tim Patrick is not the 1 or the 2.
No,
so
1 and a 3.
And I did grab up that DJ Turner, and once again, I'm already.
You already got Tucker.
So same thing there, but. One of those guys are going to be dropped. I just really need to see who gets the lion's share out of the two. So I'd rather have them both on the roster and just be able to. I mean, I would love to not have to play one of them, but we'll see. I mean, if McConkey is okay, got a limited practice in today. We'll see. I may still chuck in Zay Jones anyway, so we'll kind of see. But yeah, just wanted to kind of I sat Vidal for Johnson, and I mean his line was not great. 3 catches for 18 yards. I mean not great, but I think that was like a quarter of the passing yards. So there you go.
Who was 3 catches? 18.
Juwan Johnson.
Oh yeah. Well,
he didn't do much. But funny enough,
compared to what Rattler did, that was a problem.
Here's the funny part. He got that pretty much in the first half. I looked at the score, and I had 5.5 points, and you had like 1.3. You had Kamara. I'm like, what is happening? Yeah. So they had that other, I can't think of his name, that other kid that came in there, started gunning and slinging it. He looked good, but it was also garbage time. It was garbage.
It was too
time,
late.
so.
Like, why didn't you change that whole narrative at halftime? Like, you just seen Rattler wasn't going anywhere.
Here's the thing. You have to keep in mind that is garbage time. At that point, do you really think Denver's really going after it? No. So
no, but it just seemed like even the announcers were like Kirk Herbstreit. Love him as an announcer. I mean, I thought he was just a college guy, but
Kirk.
Yeah, Kirk is Kirk and Al Michaels. They were saying just the way he was just getting the ball out of his hand quickly. He was calling Hut. He's seen his first read, and yes.
Tight spiral.
Whereas Rattler was just pumping and looked like he was lost. Like he was Sam Darnold back in New York, like seeing ghosts. So it just seemed like that other quarterback. I understand it's garbage time, but that other quarterback just seemed way more decisive. He was ready to roll.
You are right. You are absolutely right. Like he looked like he wanted to go win that game. Obviously not gonna be able to, but just I don't know. He looks like he was like, "Hey, I'm going to show you more now than you've seen the last 58 minutes."
Yeah,
and I kind of feel like he did.
He did.
So we'll see what Dennis Allen does next week, but let's see.
It's been the year of the dumb coach decision. So ask Cleveland. So you never know. I mean, no matter how bad it looks, it seems like this year they continue to trot them out. They don't care.
It's weird. You are right. Yeah, I feel like some GMs in about week 10, they're going to start chopping people's heads.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. I mean, I didn't imagine Salah to go so fast, but
yeah. Well,
the others aren't far away.
That's an Aaron Rodgers thing. Let's not even pretend that that's not why that happened.
Well, it's Aaron Rodgers. It's just a dysfunctional organization. I mean, Jets are they're like Cleveland to me. I mean, they do the same thing. They do dysfunctional things. They've always done them.
That's fair. Well, one dysfunctional organization is getting their superstar seemingly back. Malik Neighbors is coming back. He should be good to go on Sunday. Shaheed, no one really kind of saw this kind of coming this way. This dude just basically got his whole knee just repaired, so he's out, 4 to 6 months now. So
yeah,
enjoy that. They're Saints fans.
Looked like a minor injury and turned into a season ender. It's like,
quick.
I mean, and the thing that gets me is I knew about him last year. I mean, we knew about him because we were in a deeper league, but most people I ain't gonna say to the naked eye, but to the naked NFL eye, a lot of people didn't know who he was. We did, but so I just feel bad that his rise to stardom to the NFL fame was so short lived. It was short like leprechauns. It's like,
yeah, but
man.
You know what though? From a draft position ADP standpoint next year, they may be a sneaky, real good late round pick. Who knows?
Yeah. I'll
Amari
take a
Cooper.
chance.
I know you love that guy. Amari and James Cook are expected to play. I don't really know why people really thought Amari was going to sit. Don't really understand that. But
Well, what's the name? McDermott came out early in the week and said that he doesn't know if he was going to play. So he kind of set that precedent. Like he didn't know if Amari Cooper can catch up to speed. I'm like, what speed?
I feel like that was gamesmanship, man. Just kind of playing with the media. James Cook is expected to play. Funny enough, the other cat, I can't think of his name, his incumbent that was playing.
Ray Davis.
Ray Davis. He actually seems to be hurt, so it's going to be welcome back to the NFL there, James Cook. You're getting the lion's share.
So something's wrong with Ray Davis? I thought they was going to split even carry. Well, not even. Because Cook didn't do nothing to lose the job. I mean, he just was hurt.
No. But yeah, Ray Davis is banged up, so we'll see how that kind of shakes out. Jonathan Brooks has been ruled out for week 7. I don't care. Carolina, really, it's whatever.
I don't know nothing about him. I mean, like, it's like, I heard, we both don't watch college, but from what I understand, he was like the best back in the draft. He was just hurt, so I don't know what to expect out of that guy.
Yeah, and nobody does, so it's like, okay. Very interesting thing. Singletary, he is going to return, but since Tracy left such a mark on that team, Dable was pretty much like, it's going to be kind of he's going to get a lot of plays still. So we'll see. But encouraging because I'm an owner and, I'm trotting him out there. So it'd be nice to not feel like I'm going to lay an egg.
Yeah, there's 3 situations like that I can recall off the top of my head that's working just out like that. Like where it's the Giants, it's Tracy and what's his name, Singletary. And then the Jacksonville backfield situation is either a 2-3-headed monster. And then we already covered the Tampa Bay situation. It's just like, man, it's really a wait and see Sunday. Like, how is this going to play out?
Yeah. Not too fun.
No.
Another not too fun thing is Jonathan Taylor is out. Now, I don't really care about that necessarily, but what I do care about is I thought Taylor was going to be back. I thought everything was going to be fine, and I dropped Goodson. Now, I don't know if I'd really be able to play him anyway because the news dropped on him after I already played Johnson, but he's out there, boys. Nick Chubb expected to make his debut. We already know that. Achane is cleared for his concussion situation, so he will be back on Sunday, splitting the many carries with Mostert. So that'll be fun. Can't wait. Jacoby Myers is doubtful on Sunday. So once again, you're really going to get a real feel about who's the number 2 there. Dallas Goedert's out. Nobody cares. Jordan Mason's fine. Surprising, Marvin Harrison Jr. was a full participant at practice. It was all kind of shaken out and looking like he was not going to be playing. So
yeah,
that's interesting.
That was a 180 turnaround. It was like, okay, he's trending towards not playing, and all of a sudden,
they call that a Michael Pittman. That's what they call
that. That is the new term for it. Yeah, going from IR to I'm playing and I'm catching a touchdown that week.
Right. Silly. But yeah, that definitely kind of puts a wrench in my spokes of my Zay Jones play, but we'll see. Now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, God. 6 games to cover and another doubleheader on Monday because Roger Goodell is a goddamn idiot. Cool. love it. So much fun.
Well, you got NFL Plus. I don't even have it. I'm like, man, am I signing up just to watch that game? I might just.
Oh, ooh, I do. Interesting.
Yeah, the Cardinals and the Chargers game. That's only on NFL
Yeah.
Plus.
ESPN Plus. Yeah, it's ESPN Plus.
Oh, ESPN Plus. Okay. I used to have that as part of that, like you said, the Disney Hulu bundle, but now I just got Disney, so
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna sign up just for it. I might just catch the stats because it's gonna be still kind of simulcast with the other one. I'd rather watch Tampa Bay and Baltimore than to watch the Chargers and the Cardinals, even though I got skin in it. Well, I got skin in all of it.
I actually would prefer. Oh God, that's so bad. Wow. Okay. You know how sometimes I go over how it says like tickets as low as.
Yeah.
Take a guess for this Chargers a Cardinals game. Just take a guess the low ticket amount.
It's the nosebleeds. Probably about $60.
19.
It's impossible. There's no way you can get into an NFL game for $19. I don't buy that.
I don't know. Okay. Well, let's get into it here. We got 6 games to cover. Get in, get out. Go enjoy your Fridays. I know y'all worked hard. We got the Vegas Raiders at the Rams. Rams -6.5, over under 43.5. This is going to be that game where they have to figure out what they're going to do and who they're going to throw it to. Cooper Kupp is back. Looks like he's
going to say, is it for sure? They said he was pending. Then they said he's truly questionable. Then they said it's game time. I'm like, which one is it?
the way it's been trending upwards, I think he'll be in. They'll probably announce it. I wouldn't be surprised to see an announcement overnight at some point. I mean, keep in mind they are West Coast, so it's only 7:00 right now. But
yeah.
I mean, we'll see.
They tend to start flooding it. Like the final news starts floating in like a little bit after, like Friday night, and then into Saturday night, and then it kind of finalizes like I want to say Saturday after 10.
Right. I mean, obviously, if he's in, you play him. There's no wait and see with him. You waited enough. He knows his body. He wouldn't be out there trying if you didn't think he could go.
You don't try to gauge the snap count and all of that and be like, oh, well, if he's in your lineup.
Yeah. Which obviously gives a big boost to Matty Stafford. Absolutely. I have been dodging raindrops, not trying to play him, but we're going to play him. We're going to go. Kyron, obviously. Kyron's an insane person. I don't understand. You talk about coming from nowhere. Like last year, like who? He's like, I'm amazing. And then this year's like,
because it was like last year, I keep saying St. Louis. Last year, the Rams were like almost like a running back by committee. It was a bunch of people there. All of a sudden, it was like, I don't know if it was Akers, but it was like Rivers and all these other people. And then all of a sudden, this Kyron dude emerges, and next thing you know, he's not giving the spot back. It's like, oh no, he's not in the rotation. He is the rotation. So, and the dude is a monster.
Right. Yeah. I mean, there's no way you're not playing Bowers there. I mean, Bowers is their only thing.
That's the only sure thing.
If you're in the situation that I'm in, and you can do the Turner or the Tucker. We'll see which T works.
Which T?
I don't know. I really, really don't know. And Aaron Jones is hurt. I don't know if he's going to play yet. I haven't seen anything about that. But
Aaron Jones? Who's Aaron Jones?
Not Aaron Jones. Who am I thinking about?
Oh, you're talking about Madison or no? Who are you talking about for?
Who the hell's the first? It's who they back in Oakland
Oh, so
or
Madison,
Vegas.
Madison, or the Zamir White dude.
Oh God, yeah. I don't know why I thought they actually made a move and did something in the running back room.
Well, they got rid of Josh Jacobs, who went
Yeah, I
to.
get that, but shit, I forgot that they did nothing there. They're like, fuck it, let's roll. Oh God, they're such a dumb. Come on, another poverty franchise. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Wow.
they
I
just
just
they just let Devontae out the building too. So I mean, they have no intention of winning. They just don't.
wow. What a and Brady just bought like some of the team.
Yeah.
Oh,
hmm
Lord. Okay. All right. Anyway, next. Good God.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh,
Brock Bowers, and that is it from the Raiders.
that
The
is
Rams, Cup, Williams, like you said. I mean, you can take a flyer out on any of those receivers like Robinson or
no. Don't please,
Whittington or
please
anything
don't.
like that, or
Please,
Atwell or something like that. But
please don't. Please don't do
they
that to
could be
yourself.
in your same situation that you got with the Raiders. They could be like that with the Rams, where they have to pick one of those receivers and
Pick
hope
your
for the
nose.
best.
Pick your nose. Well, better luck.
Hope for the best.
I think Weddington's the only one that has a little bit of value.
A little bit of upside, yeah. I got
But
him in another league.
other than that, I'm just now all set. Where are they getting these over-unders? Oh my God. All right, Panthers at Commanders. Washington -8. Over-under of 51.5. Dude, I don't know where you think the Panthers are keeping up at, but I do not see this.
Sometimes
over-under.
it's lopsided. Like you automatically think the over and under is a combination of both teams. It's really like it could be lots. Like look at last night's over and under. I think it was like 37.5, and everyone was like, no, this is impossible. But soon as the Broncos put up X amount of points, 30 something points, and then the Saints return with that touchdown, that's 43. That beat the over. But you would think that game, it was lopsided. I mean, all of it was mainly Denver, but I don't know. Either one team's going to beat the brakes off of somebody, or it really is going to be a back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if Brian Robinson is going to be back or not. It doesn't look. It looks like he should be okay, but I mean,
Are they still playing that questionable game with him?
yeah, it's nothing to really. I mean, I believe it said that he should be fine, but knee. It's a knee, man. And with this matchup, are you really, really gonna need Robinson? Like, I would not be surprised if they're like, dude, just rest your knee one more week. Eckler can handle it. He'll be fine. Honestly, but seriously, you can. It's gamesmanship, yeah, but it's also smart game planning. Like it would be different if the Commanders were playing the Eagles. It's like,
we're gonna empty the clip against the Eagles.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
like
it's
the Panthers, you're like, dude, just let Eckler and whatever the hell the other McGonkey or whatever the fuck his name is. I don't know what his name was.
No, Nichols. Nichols or so. Yeah.
So
yeah, shoot a few bullets and put the gun back in the holster and just. You can finish them off with a machete or something, a knife, and just hack them down.
This might just be like this might just be one of those deals where they just kind of run the clock out, just try to get in, get out.
That's the Panthers, right?
Yeah. I mean, they're playing the Panthers, yeah, but they're
Panthers,
yeah, like they're not.
And Deontay Johnson, I mean, I got him in another league. They're talking about he's hurt. Like, he might not even play.
He was already questionable. Then he got hurt again.
Like ribs and all this other stuff. He got like 3 things. So, I mean, my
Look at it,
guess is they're probably going to sit him.
which destroys any value that Dalton had.
Hey,
Simply
see
put.
Dalton just peppering it to whoever.
Yeah,
Dalton
well,
is just like I ain't gonna say just like Jameis, but he don't care like Jameis. He's playing with house money. He don't.
I get that side, but I would, I don't know. I think he kind of really had a good connection with Deontay, and unless you're really kind of trusting in Leggett, I don't know. But yeah, look, Jaden Daniels, who saw this coming? I mean, he was the number 1 pick for a reason. I get it. Or no, I mean not the number 1 pick, but he was first round for a reason.
He's the number 2. Yeah,
Yeah.
number 2 pick. He's mirroring himself just like CJ Stroud. It was like, okay, last year it was what's his name? What's the Carolina's quarterback? What's his name? Bryce Young.
Yeah.
And then it was Stroud. Stroud went crazy, rookie of the year, and it's playing out the same way. Okay, here goes Caleb Williams. Now Caleb Williams ain't as bad as Bryce Young.
No.
I mean, Caleb Williams is actually starting to look okay. You know, he's
Right.
starting to look good. But here we got Jaden Daniels, you know, look like the rookie of the year. It's like, wow. If I got the number 1 pick in the next year's draft, I'm like, hey man, I'll trade back to the second spot because it's just better vibes.
Right.
Better juju.
Pull a Phillip Rivers or something. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, get Scary Terry in there. I mean, they still haven't figured out who the hell their number 2 is. So, you know, really just fire up all the commanders you want. Really,
Yeah.
I mean,
Anyway.
just don't expect a huge game out of McLaren because I don't know how much they really are going to need to do. I mean, we could be absolutely wrong, but I would say on the other side, though, the only real actual play I feel that really isn't super game scripted out is Chuba.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Chuba. Plus, his name is fun to say.
I mean, I kind of understand the over. I mean, I understand that, you know, you view Carolina as this shitty team, and yes, they are shitty, but they can go up and down that field, and Washington's defense is horrific. You can throw all you want on them. Why do you think Jaden Daniels be in those large shootouts? Because his defense is getting blown the hell off the ball. They are terrible.
No, I get it. I guess I'd feel better about it if Deontay was in. Not that he's like AJ Brown over there, but it's kind of like it just from the connection that they seem to have, and as much as he gets peppered, and it just is like, oh God, like you finally gained something and you just got it taken away from you. So, all right, now to a fun game. Chiefs at Niners. San Fran's getting 1.5, and the over-under is 46.5 because I don't know. Sure.
That's a lower over-under than the Panthers game.
I
guess they got defense.
Yeah.
They both got defenses. I mean, Kansas City's defense is no pushover, and we know San Fran's defense is pretty decent. So,
yeah,
that keeps the scoring down.
I don't know. I really don't. I have no idea how this is going to go.
See, it's going to be the debut of, what's the name? The kid Parasol or whatever that got shot in the chest or whatever.
Yeah.
See what he about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Jennings is out, so he'll slide right into that third wide receiver spot. See what he got.
It's funny how that always works out, you know? Oh, God. Dude, I
start all my Niners. If I got any Niners, I'm starting them. Yeah.
No,
Kansas City, Mahomes is not Mahomes, so it's like.
I was gonna say, are you in a situation? Let me ask you this, and this is gonna feel weird. Can you bench Mahomes at this point?
I got him and Kelsey in my and Andrew's league, and I've definitely pondered it. I really have. I'm sitting up here walking. I'm looking as I'm losing game after game, with Mahomes and his lackadaisical performances, and I'm seeing Cousins and Baker Mayfield's ripping it for 30, 40 a week, and it's like, can I do it? I've definitely been thinking about it. I mean, and
I would
then
personally
soon as I'm at the time where I was getting ready to do it, him and Kelsey rekindle right before they go on the bye. So it's like, okay, now I'm in a holding pattern. Like, I don't know.
No, that works out in your favor, because then you're able to say, okay, well, this is what they did. And you kind of have I'm saying trade. Like, you should trade Mahomes on the name value. That's kind of how I would approach it at this point. Find somebody that is not paying enough attention, that sees the name value, sees the last game stat, like, okay.
Mm.
I mean, that's kind of how you have to sell them high. Now, I mean, it sucks you had the bye week. Like, it would have been perfect to do it last week, but
Yeah, I had the bye week, and then had some type of confidence in Daniel Jones like an asshole, and end up losing. So it's like,
that's fair. But yeah, Mahomes has been hurting everybody. If I had him, I'd sit him. Definitely in this matchup. I mean, I'm starting Kelsey because I know it sounds
you just
hypocritical.
contradicted yourself. So I'm about to say, what, Kelsey gonna throw passes to himself?
No, but if you look at how much more beneficial a pass to a receiver is compared to a pass from the quarterback, you know what I mean? Like, just how the numbers stack up.
Yeah, you get more points from the skill player themselves as opposed to the QB.
Right. Kelsey's definitely, at least he seems like he's now on this trend of getting his. And no one else around him is getting anything. That's kind of where I'm at with why I would not want to play Mahomes, because you're just kind of hoping Kelsey has a 200-yard game. And even then, 200 yards from a quarterback is not good.
Definitely not.
So
this is a tight end. I mean, well, they haven't played each other, so I don't know how many times, but in Super Bowls and everything. But
it's a fun
usually the tight ends get out. Yeah, the tight ends in this one will get off. I mean, Kittle and what's the name, and Kelsey. So traditionally, so neither one of us has to worry about our tight ends not performing.
Yeah. Yeah, and even with that whole thing though too, with how the tight ends are this year, you can't. You have to. Really, I'm getting rid of tight ends. I can't do it anymore. Breaks me. All right. Sunday night game is Jets at the fraudulent Steelers. Jets are 2.5-point favorites and an over-under of 38.5. Welcome to Pittsburgh, Russell Wilson. Excuse me, I'm going to go shoot myself in the fucking head. I don't know what to do with this. Russell Wilson is...
In Andrew's league, I had Baltimore's defense. I went out just last night and picked up the Jets defense because I think that offensive line is terrible, and somehow Justin Fields was able to run out of that. And three of them were hurt for the season, so Russell can't move worth a damn. He's a statue back there, and I just see sack after sack after sack after sack.
There were cleaner lines in Rick James' dresser. All right, so it doesn't. It's going to be real bad, real quick.
Yeah, I mean, even before the Devontae Adams got there, I thought that this would be a difficult game to play the Jets. Now that Devontae's there, it's like, not saying that Rodgers is that great. It's just
no.
their secondary just isn't that good, and it's just like I don't
Right,
know.
and they have no one. That Steelers have no one to throw to. They don't. Pickens is going to get the sauce treatment,
Hmm.
and Najee Harris is an absolute dog shit player. Well, what
Yeah,
about last year? What about
every
last week?
week, yeah, everybody was all hype. Oh, he was running today. I'm like,
You mean the
man,
toss play that finally fucking worked? Cool, great. How many
and
tackles
he's a
for loss?
modern day Jerome Bettis, man. I mean, he's
Oh,
smaller. I mean, Jerome even ran like harder than him. It's just like,
yeah, I was gonna
but
say like
still
that's
like
not a good
slow
comp.
though. I mean, like Jerome had quick feet. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Harris is just like he's a lot slimmer, and it takes a while to get going. I told you, I feel like he's a one of those buses that go around picking up senior citizens, man.
he's an access
Telling you,
bus. He's an
yeah,
access bus. Is that what
yeah,
we're doing right now?
he's an access bus. Yep.
Golly, okay, fair.
Uh,
Um, this might be a bit of a bloodbath because I'm really feeling like Aaron is going to be like, hey, Devontae, what is good? How are things? How would you like 140 yards? Yeah, perfect. Let's do that. Um, it's going to be one of those emotional reunions and all that, sappy bullshit, but it's going to be, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. I don't know what anything to get Aaron in a fucking primetime game, apparently, right?
hmm
God, Goodell
I
is such
mean,
a
I kind
fucking
of,
fool.
I differ. That this is. I disagree with the decision as far as Tomlin going with the. Like, I understand that
Yeah,
Fields didn't really do too much, but you don't mess with it when it's working. Like if it
yeah.
was coming off of a loss,
If we were
I
2 and
understand.
4, I would understand that.
Yeah.
We're 4 and 2.
Or if we
Like that
just
seems to
lost
be.
last week, I would understand. But we won. You
It's
ride
weird.
that until it's
It's
over. Like, I
it's a
don't know.
real weird bad timing thing. I don't get it, and I really hope it bites him in his ass, and I really hope it costs him his job because I'm really tired of his
This
fucking
this is this
shitty
is one of those
fucking coaching.
decisions that can get to that point. I think if this turns out to be a disaster, yeah, this is probably Tom's last year.
Good. Bye. Uh, Monday night. I'm sorry. Let me say that correctly. The first Monday night game, Ravens at Bucks. So interesting.
On paper, this seems like a great game, but those games they never play. It seemed like the Monday night games, or even just the primetime games, they never turn out like those
No.
high stuff. They never become those shootouts that happen like in the daytime for some reason. Like when they're in prime time, it seems like it just slows down. They don't score like that. So I
Both
don't know.
both of the away teams on the Monday night games are favorites. It's weird. Baltimore is 3.5, and over under is 49.5. I just find that a little strange to me.
Oh, so the game is in Tampa.
It is. It
Oh, I thought it
is.
was in Baltimore. Okay.
Uh-uh.
Mm.
Strange. I kind of feel like this is going to be one of those games that Tampa is playing for. Like, you know how New Orleans played for Katrina?
Yeah.
Kind of has that little bit of feel to it. Like,
Oh, okay. From
I,
what
yeah,
was it?
from Milton
Helene and
and
Milton or
Milton,
something.
and yeah, like, I don't, I feel like it's a disrespectful line a little bit. I don't think that they're really your. I don't understand why everyone really is. Oh my God, Lamar Jackson is so good because he's really, dude. I don't see it. I just don't see it. I don't see Lamar being this stud that everyone makes him out to be.
I mean, Tampa's defense, as far as their secondary, is not that good, and their run. Usually, Tampa's been real stout against the run. Not so much this year, and if King Henry gets off, then yeah, I see what's going on. But if
Yeah, I mean,
they can hold Henry in check, then and you put it in Lamar's hands, that's their best chance of winning. They gotta stop King Henry because they let that running game get going.
yeah,
Baltimore's a tough out. Yes, they
right.
are.
But I mean, Baker's slinging it like he has nothing to lose. He's slinging it like he's Jameis.
Yeah, I mean, and this is not the Baltimore defense, your dad's Baltimore defense, or
Right.
the Baltimore defense of old. So it's not your dad. I'm the dad.
Yeah.
It's not those Baltimore defenses. So I feel like it's going to go. You know how, like in Madden, when you're playing Madden, like some one player that you playing, it might take them 10 plays to get into the end zone, a 10 play drive. And then you got one player that 2 plays and they score. That's how it is. It's going to be like Baltimore's going to take all this time and these long ass drives and they're going to put up 7. And then Tampa's going to come back and score just like that. And then it's just going to keep going like that. It's like,
So it's going to be whoever has the ball last kind of deal. All right.
yeah. Oh, either that or, if they do like one of those flip flops around the halftime. Like suppose Baltimore has the ball and then they hold the ball all this long time and then they score and don't give Tampa enough time to score before the half, and then Baltimore gets it again after the half, then
Yeah.
that's when they'll go up.
Okay. Then the last game of the night is the Chargers at the Cardinals. Chargers are get 2.5 over under 43.5. Real quick about the whole Bucks game. We already discussed the running back room. Stay away from it if you can.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that Mike Evans' hammy is hurt. That's a scary thing.
Godwin's gonna go ham sandwich.
Yeah, well, yeah, maybe. I mean,
Or
there
that
you
young
go.
kid, what was his name? McMillan or whatever?
McMillan, yeah.
Yeah, maybe he deserves a second look. I'm not
So,
looking there, but maybe he used to be on
yeah,
your squad.
yeah, just to kind of see what he would do, and he didn't really do much. I'm like, okay, bye. But yeah, Chargers at Cardinals. Yeah, I feel like this line will be different if they knew if Marvin was playing. I don't know if it would bring it, to anybody's favor, but
I mean, how you feel about Lamar and him being overrated and all that? I have that same feeling towards Kyler Murray.
I know you do.
I hate him, to tell you the truth. I mean, I never liked Kyler Murray. He doesn't impress me at all. He never has, never will. He's not been playing well these past couple weeks. He's been playing like dog shits, and I imagine it can continue.
I get it. Just something about him. I like him. I believe in him. I don't know why, but yeah. I'm worried about Connor playing, not because he's hurt, just because he has to play that defense. The run defense of the Chargers is
the run defense of the Chargers is pretty stout. Yeah.
Don't really want to play that game, but I need to. Talked about playing Zay Jones. I mean, he's going to be on a super snap count anyway, so that's like a hero play. I like the Miller kid. Is that his name Miller?
I'm going to say, who's Miller?
Not Miller. What's his name? Wilson. What the fuck is Miller?
Oh, Wilson. Yeah.
Wilson.
Oh, yeah. I got him in another league. Yeah. I'm definitely firing him up because, I mean, even with Marvin Harrison there, if anything, I want him to have Marvin Harrison there so Marvin can take the attention.
Right.
We just keep catching underneath. But when he's the number one, it's kind of harder. But he still scores a touchdown here and there. So I don't know.
Yeah, on the other side, Dobbins, definitely McConkey if he's there. I mean, McConkey was a great pickup. He was like in the teens rounds for me when I grabbed him, and he's a solid player. I don't know who the hell else they're going to throw to, but my honky will be there. He'll be there like
I mean,
State Farm.
Quentin Johnston showed up at the beginning of the year, and then he just disappeared
Who?
back into.
Who?
No, I'm saying, he said, "Who?" He disappeared and back into the Quentin Johnson world again, so he's back there. Palmer's a piece of shit.
You've been hurt before.
I don't know who else he's on. I mean,
That's it. I mean,
and-
that's kind of why I like that Vidal kid, because when I told you they really
well, I thought
tried to-
Vidal was Vidal as a running back, right?
yeah,
Or is he a receiver?
no, he's a running back.
I just don't see him getting on the field and taking too many snaps away from Dobbins.
That's what I'm saying. They run him out, like they put him in formations. They're not doing like he's not lining up as a
Fishing
running back.
out
He's
of the backfield. Okay,
Right.
he's lining up on the line
Yeah.
like a receiver.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So I know he got his first tutty last week, and that's great. But
You don't want to be caught chasing points.
right, we're gonna see. But also, Dobbins is 1,000,000,000% gonna get hurt because that's what he fucking loves to do. He's really
trying to
into
think.
not playing football.
I don't recall him ever being healthy a whole season. Maybe
No.
1 year in Baltimore. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think so. He's never been healthy. He's definitely a Band-Aid. You always got to have a backup playing with him.
And this Vidal kid is a very easy handcuff to have, especially if they're like introducing him to the offense and running him out as a receiver. Like Dobbins gets hurt, you have a Kamara situation there. You're like, whoa, this guy is catching everything out of the backfield because he was literally playing receiver. Like, what? I feel like it's a dangerous thing to have. But
yeah, with today's Justin Herbert, who no longer, like I said, he doesn't have any guns in his holster anymore. He doesn't go down the field. He's in that short 10 to 15 yard perimeter, so plays right into the hands of the new Justin Herbert too.
Yeah,
He does. That's why McConkey is so successful. Is seems like Herbert can't throw it no further than that.
look,
Or
5,
they
6,
don't let
7
him.
yards a catch. Cool, I'm fine. Kill him, death by 1,000 cuts.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's it. Those are the matchups here. Seems like the later slate should be a lot more entertaining than the morning. Well, no, there's some okay. No, okay. It could be interesting.
No, I mean, to me, I think, I don't know, out of all the weeks we covered, it seemed like this is the week that has the most interesting matchups.
That's what I was looking at. I was like, oh no, that was last week where you wanted to kill yourself. No, this week is actually good.
Yeah, in the 1 o'clock window. Well, we got Detroit and Minnesota.
Texans and Packers.
Texas Packers. That's decent games, and then in the mid window, I mean,
Well, I mean, don't forget we got
San
Eagles
Fran,
and
Kansas
Giants.
City
Eagles and Giants at 1-2. I mean, that could be an interesting game,
division.
especially now with neighbors there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, you got Chiefs, Niners.
Mm-hmm. That's probably the best of the late window, pretty much. Yeah.
Oof.
And
the Monday game, like the other games are kind of dog shit.
Yeah.
Oof. Yeah. And usually it's flip flopped. Usually it's the other way around. So.
Yeah, and just for entertainment purposes, I mean, I understand that we don't care too much, even though we're from Pittsburgh, but we're not reading too much into the Pittsburgh Jets game. But for the rest of the world that step outside, they feel that's an entertaining game because they get to see Aaron Rodgers with his new toy, well, his old toy that he got back.
And you got Pittsburgh with their new toy.
Yeah.
Like they fucking Secret Santa the shit out of this game, didn't they? Oh boy.
So it's going to be an entertaining weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be a fun game of football. I mean, Looks like it's going to be 82 in Tampa Bay that night, which at 8 o'clock at night, that's pretty
82.
pretty muggy. So
Yeah.
I don't know. That could be interesting. Huh. I don't know. Anyway, listen. You see the address, you see the Patreon down there. Help me pay for NFL Network or help me, fund this podcast. Whatever you think the money's going to, I don't care. Just help me feed my family. Oh.
Just 20 cents a day.
Just 20 cents a day. I will Sally Struthers this. Either that or next episode, I'm going to show my feet. Pick your thing. But yeah, look, appreciate everyone, popping in and popping out and doing all the fun things there. The pivot of the day here, because I got a long day tomorrow. I won't be around at night, so doing the whole drive-in thing with the wife. It's like from 4 to like 2 or some shit. It's crazy. I don't know.
Do you even know the movies you seeing?
Yeah, it's like Terrifier 3, Smile, and some other.
That new Smile.
Yeah, it's a whole horror flick thing. So
I want to see the new Smile. Enjoy yourself, even though you don't watch movies.
I do like horror flicks. That is kind of.
I didn't know that. I did not know that you like the horror flicks.
That is my exception. I really do enjoy horror flicks, no matter how good or bad they are.
Yeah.
It's like
Did you see the first Smile?
I glanced through it, but it started off super slow. I was like,
yeah, it seems like this one's right on point. Like it's just gonna get right to it. But yeah, the first one, it did take some time.
Yeah, and I do like a slow burn, but I think when I sat down to watch it, I wasn't like in that slow burn place. I was like, all right, someone cut their fucking head off. Nope. All right.
He said, "Yo, oh, all right."
Not doing it. Okay, we're just gonna smile at each other. Fucking great. I'm out.
Alrighty.
Yep. But yeah,
thanks everybody.
We will see you Tuesday for the X's and O's, and back on Wednesday to talk about all the bad things that happened over the weekend, or good things. Who knows? Talk about Steelers loss. All right. Take it easy, folks. Have a good weekend. Be safe.